focus problems. They are on the rise, and we are going to talk about some evidence-backed solutions with the we've been here all week talking about it. It's our final one. I can't even say their name anymore. Zampogna family. Let's do it. Let's break it down.
Stop. Don't kick me. Stop.
It's hard for us to be firm and to really put our foot down.
Do you want to sit in the timeout all day?
I just want to be the fun mom that, you know, plays with you.
No, stop!
I wish they would respect me a little bit more.
Rose, what's wrong?
I'm at a breaking point.
I said stop!
I want to fix things now before it's too late.
Stop hitting me.
We do see mom putting Giuseppe on a chair. It looks like she's using the naughty chair technique. How well is she using it? Is she using it in the appropriate circumstances? We don't know. Let's see about dad.
8-minute routine now.
Get out of my room right now.
Giuseppe, put that down.
No!
Put it down. This is... All right, let's go to the chair.
No!
Because you do not hit me. I'm gonna sit right next to you. I'm gonna put the timer on.
That to me is not an effective timeout.
Yeah, looks like the same thing. Dad's doing the naughty chair technique. Joe Frost says it's not being done properly. And I think the bigger problem with all of this is if you just do the timeout in isolation, like he goes and he sits in timeout, the boys did not learn what actually happened. Did you see what happened? They were playing a little train thing, and then Giuseppe put his foot in front of the train, and then when it came by, it knocked over the thing. So then Dominic was upset because obviously he knocked over the train, and so there was no lesson to be had. After this timeout, is there a lesson? Do you go back upstairs and do we redo the scenario again? What can you do? Can you ask Dominic, hey, is it okay if I put my foot here? I'd like to see what happens. It's really exciting for me to see if I can make the train fall over. And then Dominic might say, okay, not with this one, but can you use this one? Like, teach them how to solve the problem is way more important than if you're doing the naughty chair technique properly. Although consequences are a part of discipline, they're not the goal. The goal is to teach the kids the skills so that they don't need the discipline. We talked about that a lot last week with the Claus family. So if you're interested with that, check that out.
Giuseppe, how do you play the game?
As I am.
Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Rose, can you just put that to one side, please? Just put it by your back. Giuseppe, how do you play the game?
No way. No.
Giuseppe's not showing the attention or the maturity I would typically expect from a child his age.
There's the focus that we were talking about, or lack thereof, the skill we want to work on. Joe Frost did not raise her voice. When he did not respond, she did not scream. What she did was she lowered the stimulation level. She had Rose remove the toy so that he would focus. If you're talking to a child and they're not responding, avoid raising your voice. Get closer in proximity or remove things from the area. Sometimes what teachers will do in a classroom is they will turn off the light and then everybody will get a little bit more quiet, start singing a song, any of those things, because the research shows, and I'm definitely not diagnosing this child with ADHD at all. I don't know him. I'm not diagnosing him. But if you suspect that your child has ADHD, remember that it is a focus problem, not a forgetting problem. So they're not receiving the information when you're telling them. So get a little closer in proximity or lower the stimulation so that when you give the information, they can actually receive it. They're not forgetting what you're saying. They're just not taking it in at all.
Let's start off with your discipline, because I don't know what you were doing for discipline. I don't know what that was. What was that? Giuseppe was carried downstairs and put onto a chair, and he cried, and then you went over to him because he was crying.
I do the best I can when I feel like that's the moment.
For a young child of 4, that becomes very confusing.
Giuseppe is only 4 and he is learning. And when Jo Frost says it's not what she typically sees and she wants to work on things, of course, kids are going to fall under a gray area until they pass out of it, and then that's where a diagnosis comes. But I don't know where he falls. Regardless, it's a skill you can work on. Your executive functioning skills are a muscle, and the more you work on them, the stronger they get. People start with stronger muscles than others, but you can indeed work on it. So I'm glad that she's sitting down with the parents and she's like, this is what we need to do. We need to get consistent. We need to have this clear. Does he know what he can do and what he can't do? Does he know what happens when this happens? Because he's laughing a lot, which leads her and me and probably you too to believe that there's not a lot of clarity going on.
I'd like to see Giuseppe move forward with puzzles. This is a real important part of Giuseppe's development. It will increase his focus, his attention span, and also give him a lot of self-esteem.
Giuseppe.
Belly press.
That's a good move. You did it!
Yeah.
High five. No, don't jump on it. Giuseppe, high five.
Well done, Giuseppe.
Puzzles are an effective way to work that muscle. It's increasing memory, it's increasing concentration. You can start with those big puzzle pieces and work and get smaller and smaller, stronger and stronger. Let's finish up this clip and then we are going to share some evidence-backed solutions to increasing focus.
Let's take a look over the last couple of days how well you've done with Giuseppe.
How many sharks are on that page?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good job, buddy.
I'm so pleased to see that. I really am. To be able to set aside time to be able to do that with our children, I think is fundamental.
Done.
Moving from I do to we do to you do, where I do the puzzle, then we do the puzzle, then you do the puzzle. It builds up that independence. It builds up that confidence so that they feel successful and keep the puzzle or whatever activity you're doing within their instructional level, not frustrational, not too hard, not too easy where it's independent, right there in that instructional level unless they're doing it on their own. Let's look at those evidence-backed activities now. Here we go. Number 1, play head, toes, knees, shoulders. We all know the original song, and it turns out that if we change the words and we change the order, it helps develop their concentration. Another one, playing Simon Says. It encourages them to concentrate on what we were saying. Oh, Simon didn't say. Start out really slow and then increase your speed. Have your child be the one being Simon and you are the one following. Number 3, help your child train their mind to concentrate. So just like Jo Frost did, we have puzzles, mazes. Moving on to number 4, try the day-night task. I am rushing because I'm handing my son a snack right now. I have like no time to continue recording this, so I'm just doing my best. I wish I could give you guys more, but this is the last video I have to record today, and then I literally have to go. Try the day-night task. The day-night task involves showing a child a card and asking them to say the opposite of what is on the card. So you hold a card, it says day, or it shows the day, they have to say night. This will help improve their concentration. Sudoku, love Sudoku. I'm not very good at it. I probably should practice more. You don't have to put the clip on it, baby. Just leave it on the counter and I'll take care of it. All right, here's what Sudoku looks like. This is a good one. Reducing distractions can help increase your child's concentration. That means you're going to do the activity in a very low stimulation environment, and then you're going to increase the stimulation. So that puzzle that your child's getting really good at, maybe have them do it while there's music on. Then maybe have them do it when there's people walking around. Then maybe have him do the puzzle when there's a party going on. When you're increasing the amount of stimulation, you're making it a little bit harder harder, but not too hard. So you have to start small and work your way up. I will link this in the description because I rushed through it, and I hope that you have a lovely weekend. I will see you next time.